Our next guest works in the energy industry and is here to tell us why it's important for our residents and businesses to have a choice. Joining us now is Mike Grimes, President of Commercial Energy Consultants. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, so tell us all about this whole choice when it comes to energy. We had a long discussion off camera, so you can explain it to me. Now explain it to all of our viewers.
Yeah, we have 17 states out of the 50 states that allow their residents and businesses to have a choice of their electric suppliers. Now, that doesn't mean that the delivery is deregulated. The utilities keep that because they don't want everybody bringing in their own poles and everything. But the supply is up for grabs. It's a competitive issue. Everybody's got supply. There's 41 suppliers, let's say for instance in Illinois.
Okay. A
resident or a business over there could pick between 41 suppliers. Well, why in Missouri don't we have any?
So right now, everybody on my block pays the same energy bill, right, to the same company.
The same company, and it's basically a monopoly.
But in Illinois, they have so many different choices.
They have choice. So my company is spearheading the effort to get the same choice that's in Illinois in the state of Missouri.
Have variety.
Yeah, have a choice. I mean, why don't we? Why does the same company, in this case, the big utility we work with, allow 41 suppliers over in the Illinois market and allow 0 in the Missouri market?
Because what does that mean for residents, that we don't have a choice?
Well, you're then basically stuck with whatever your utility decides to charge you. Now they have to go in front and get their rate cases. But in this particular market, it's interesting, in the last 6 years, your rates have went up 7 times.
Wow.
You're up 43% in the last 6 years.
Almost 50%, that's huge.
Now, that's interesting because if you're unhappy about it, or let's say you're unhappy with burning coal to get your power, do you have a choice? Can you make a choice to get a supplier that doesn't use coal, or to make a supplier that is charging less for the power? And why would they charge less for the power? I mean, people ask me that a lot, and I think it's instructive to just give an example of what deregulation, how it works. In Illinois, they started back in 1997. They voted it in. Prior to that, the utilities had they were generating it, they were putting it up on the grid, they were taking it off the grid and giving it to you when you needed it. Well, in 1997, they allowed 25 other suppliers.
All at once?
All at once. They vetted these 25 and allowed them to take the power off the grid at the same cost that the utility does. So let's put an example. Let's say they take it off at $1.
Okay.
Let's say Ameren, in this case, takes it off at $1 in Illinois, puts $1 worth of overhead on it, and delivers it to you for $2.
Okay.
All right, here comes a new supplier, takes it off at $1. And now, what overhead does that new supplier have? They don't have poles, they don't have lines, they don't have hundreds of people legacy planning working for them. So they basically rent the Ameren lines and deliver their power, and it costs them 10 cents. So $1 plus 10 delivered to you over the Ameren lines, or the utilities lines, is $1.10 for the same power.
Got it.
So the exact same power without as much overhead on it.
Wow.
And now when you put 41 suppliers all trying to do this, the competition, they compete against themselves to cut their overhead down as low as they can get, and they all want to win the account, so they'll go as low as they need to give you the lower cost.
That's like with anything, cable or insurance rates, you know.
Yeah, it's
but you don't really I never think about my my energy in that way.
Well, you don't, because your local utility is not telling you about it. Because if you knew right across the river you could get power for 5 cents a kilowatt, when you're getting power on this side of the river for 8 cents a kilowatt, most people would say, I'll tell you where it comes from. It's companies that own businesses over there that are paying 5 cents a kilowatt.
Oh, I see.
That are owning businesses over here and bundled with their delivery costs paying 10 cents a kilowatt.
So the business community is leading this effort, and that's great for residents like me.
And they're pushing it because they have experienced the savings from competition in the Illinois market, and they're saying, why don't we have that same choice in Missouri?
And we're going to come back and talk about how residents can kind of help themselves get this choice, okay?
There you go.
So stay with us right here at STL Live. We'll have more with Mike Grimes right after this break.